Well, it was back in 2006, and I was a full-time middle school PE teacher, and I was coaching and teaching about 10 to 12 hours a day, very exhausted, and what I really was looking for when AdvoCare came in was a way to earn summer income. Being a substitute and a coach, there was no income in the summer, and we just had a really hard time not only making ends meet during that summertime, but also, finding someone to watch our son, and just the whole daycare process through the summer, not only the school year, was very difficult on us. And so that's where AdvoCare found us, and we just grabbed a hold of it right away. It was very natural for me to just share something that I loved.
We had a purpose, and that was our kids, to be with these guys and spend time with these guys and create that time freedom that we've heard that is possible with AdvoCare. So we went for it. Made $50,000 in 2009, and in 2010, $83,000, and 2011, $172,000. And it's just allowed us that time freedom to pour into these kids, and I'm coaching him in football and just teaching them the servant leadership. What we see in AdvoCare can translate into life, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, and so what you're seeing right now is just, this is what we get to do. This is the life that we've been able to design because of the AdvoCare opportunity, and just the time freedom. And usually we're out here and there's no boats because we're out here during the week when no one else is here. But this is what we dreamed of. This is what we dreamed of, to be able to be with our kids and not have the constraints of someone telling us where to be and when to be there. And we got really tired of having to tell our kids no. We wanted to live a yes lifestyle versus a no lifestyle. And that's really what AdvoCare has provided for our family.
When I found AdvoCare, I was a single mom working paycheck to paycheck as a personal trainer, and I built AdvoCare as a natural extension of my career right out of this home in my kitchen for almost 6 years. And to be able, in my first year with AdvoCare, I averaged about $2,500 to $3,500 a month, and then getting, year to year, almost doubling that every year, to where this year I'm on track to making about $400,000, and just moved into a new home with a wonderful family and found my soulmate, my husband. I'm able to be home when my kids get off the bus from school, and that's the most important, and it's just been more than a dream come true.
A year and a half ago, was forced to file bankruptcy with my business because I had believed in it so much. I personally was liable for everything. I had signed off on everything. And it wasn't really till that point where I knew my purpose, because the gym was my purpose at that point, and that was what really held me, I guess, my parents' memory, because of what my parents gave me at this gym and the relationships I created. Then I could take that forth and put it into AdvoCare, and that's really when I made a decision and found my purpose.
It's all about creating a family. Like at the gym, he's like, I can't give this up, it's my family. I'm like, hey, we're creating even bigger family, because that's what we do. If you want to be really successful in AdvoCare, you create an environment and a family where people feel special and people feel welcome and people feel included. To be able to pay that forward to other people, that's where we're going. To be able to take other families that are struggling and take other individuals that need that answer, that light at the end of the tunnel, and to be able to give that to them. And if they're willing to work for it, they can have exactly what we have.
AdvoCare is life-changing. Life-changing. My life was on the course of sitting behind a desk or be in a courtroom until I'm 70, and maybe possibly by then have paid off my student loans. And what it is now is time with my children that was not going to be there. Time with them when they really need their mama. You know, they're babies. They're 2 and 4, and they need a mama, not a lawyer that comes and bathes them at night. And that's what I was.
And it's really helped, you know, bring us together, because, you know, when we practice law, we didn't practice law together. With Advocare, we enjoy, you know, working together, and it's really given us that opportunity to do something that I thought would never happen, which is work with her.
As a result of our Advocare business growing pretty quickly, within about 6 or 7 months of starting the business, I was able to retire from my law practice.
After she retired and the business continued to grow, it has, you know, actually provided me the possibility that I too could retire from practicing law to be a full-time stay-at-home parent with my wife and my kids. So that's been a wonderful you know, blessing and opportunity that's been presented to us as a result of Advocare.
Not only did we feel better, look better, we were healthier, you know, but then this income starts coming in that really totally changed the answers I was able to give to my kids. You know, are you going to stay home? Yes, absolutely, I'm going to stay home. I have choices now. There were so many things that I missed, but now if this has come into our lives, I don't have to miss anything, ever. Not a ball game, not a piano recital, not a gymnastics meet, you know, nothing. And we are beyond blessed to have had this opportunity come to us.
The opportunity that sounds so good, you know, a lot of people are born and raised that if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Well, Advocare sounds too good to be true. I'll be the first to tell you, if you told me 18 months ago you're gonna make $30,000 a month, I'd have laughed. But when you hear it, and then you hear it from somebody else who's just like you, it becomes really believable, and then it starts to happen. When we started, we just wanted $100 a month because that was enough to make or break us on the budget we were living on. Amy was working for an insurance company, and she wasn't making a lot of money at that job, and I worked for the state patrol, and working for the state, you're never going to make a lot of money at that job either. But we both loved our jobs. Loving what you do doesn't pay your bills. And so from meeting a complete stranger and saying yes to Advocare, we went to the 40% discount, and 12 days later we had made $700 profit. That's a lot of money. And then it went to the thousands, and when it went to the thousands, it allowed us to cut back on things that we used to have to say yes to, like work, like the overtime or the extra hours or the part-time jobs. And when it gets over $30,000 a month, that's life-changing because people hear that, and I say that, and I think, you know, I don't know, is that what you made in a year?
Yeah, we made in a month what I made in a year, you know, at work. It's still hard to believe and crazy to think that, because everybody thinks they have to live life the way they are. There is no other way. I have to go to work, you know, 40 hours. And to make people realize there is more out there and you can change it up, and it's in your control, and it's all what you want to do with it. And you just got to take a little chance to, you know, get the reward. And it's been worth it for us.
We saw the business opportunity after Peyton was born. She was born at 1 pound 14 ounces. We spent 42 days in the hospital, and that really woke our eyes up to the fact that we need to spend a lot of time together as a family. So we chose then to decide, you know what, we love these products, we're sharing with a couple of people, they've got great results, and if we can earn about $1,000 a month with that, we could probably earn some more if we really go with intention. So we switched from taking products and sharing it like a hobby to taking products and sharing it with intention. And when that happened, then our income grew rapidly, and then we began to really see some great results with Advocare from a financial side. And 10 months later, Joel was able to come home from his job as an athletic trainer, and 3 years later, I was able to sell off part of our business, and so we became stay-at-home parents.
The freedom was unbelievable. Yeah. We got to put our kids in a charter school that has an international baccalaureate background, And so the education that they're getting is unbelievable. But I think the thing that's really stirred is, and this is our story, and please hear that we got to spend some time doing mission work. We moved to Mexico for a year, and we got to put our kids in a full Spanish-speaking school while we were serving in that area. And we came home and our business was growing, and we never left our business at all. We were still active, and that's part of the freedom that goes back to what we've been doing in Mexico and what our family looks like. You know, our kids now, Peyton, she fosters puppies for the Williamson County Animal Shelter, which is a local shelter, and we're involved in 4-H, and we're involved in baseball, and we're involved with the Boy Scouts and the things at our church, and it's allowed us to be present. It's allowed Jackie and I to be present. And that's the gift for Jackie and I in Advocare, is we are present with the people on our team, we are present in our kids' lives, we're present in our community, and we're there. It's eliminated obstacles and allowed us to really begin to dream and chase those dreams and really help a lot of people.
Well, our story started a couple of years ago, and I was pretty much living my life on the road. I was traveling 90% of the time, working for a Fortune 18 company as a sales executive, and I was gone all the time. I had tremendous time debt as a daddy. I was watching my girls grow up over Skype. You know, combine that with the fact that we were about 85 pounds heavier between us than we are right now. So we certainly had a need nutritionally and financially when Advocare came into our lives. And I think the bottom fell out for us when I was part of a 400-person layoff when our division was dissolved. Our entire division was dissolved on a Monday, and that was hard. That rattled us to our core. And it was in August of 2010 that Advocare was brought into our lives that changed the course of our lives forever. I was so fired up, I almost signed up on the spot, and I remembered that I was married. And to the sweetest, most beautiful little skeptic in the world who was sitting at home holding our little 1-month-old.
Yeah, I think in the beginning for me, I saw it as a plan B. I saw that we have 3 kids, we have 3 colleges, 3 weddings. I saw it as a safety net of, building that plan B income. It quickly changed into a plan A, and I'm still blown away of how quickly that can happen with Advocare.
What this business has allowed us to do is create an income in 15 months that more than surpassed what took us 16 years in corporate America to build. As a matter of fact, it's now even doubled that.
And I look at him to come home and be a stay-at-home dad. And, that is the greatest gift I can ever imagine for our family and for our girls, to have that time freedom and that time together as a family. My dream always growing up was to be a stay-at-home mom, and we have these 3 beautiful little girls, and we're able to design each day as we choose, to around our family, and then to be able to pour into our team to help them reach their goals as well. And so it's just been incredible, and it's been an amazing gift and a blessing in our lives that we're so grateful for.
Dana was raising our kids pretty much by herself. And it wasn't that I didn't want to be there, I couldn't be there. We had obligations, and so at the end of the day, our purpose is these guys, and so we plug in and we do what we got to do, and it's changed our life.
The turning point for Eddie was seeing a $37 check.
Saw a little bit of money, and then it was real. To be real honest, it wasn't real to me. I knew the products were good. We've been taking products for almost 10 years, but the business side has always been one of those things, it's not for me. I'm a firefighter, I work, that was my mindset. I know how to start something and finish something, and I'm done. But once I saw a little bit of money, I thought, wow, if we could do that in such a short period of time, what could we do if we actually put in some effort?
Our goal was $500, and then making a little over $4,000. That was huge for us that first month. So for us to be able to just pay bills and have extra left over was huge, instead of juggling Eddie's every 2-week paycheck, which we were doing before.
In a year, I could make about $15,000 if I work overtime in the fire department. Now, that's pretty close to 2 weeks worth of Advocare. And
isn't that crazy?
It's hard to say that without smiling. It's giving us so much back. Not just the money. The money's awesome. The money is amazing, but the time that we get with each other, with our family, with our kids, the debt that we've been able to remove. I mean, we've literally paid off a lifetime of debt in a year and a half. To have that peace of mind, what is it worth? That's what we did. We had a vision and a purpose, and we went to work.
Sandy and I have talked about the financial situation we would be in now had I still been teaching, had he still been working in a paper warehouse, driving a forklift, you know, and the financial decisions we're able to make, the medical decisions we're able to make. In 2010, I had a procedure that's very common that resulted in a lot of complications, and I was in and out of the hospital 4 times that year, all of 2010, and still able to build Advocare. And I remember talking to the nurses about Advocare when I was there. We actually had a doctor that said to my husband, you know, what do you do? I've seen you here every single day with your wife, and we don't see husbands here. They can't leave work. They can't be with their loved one when they're going through some, you know, difficult circumstances like that. I mean, the products alone have absolutely been a gift to me in how I feel each day. And, you know, I get maybe 3 hours on my feet in the morning. So I try to do as much as I can physically during that time. When my back is done and my body just can't literally go anymore, you know, I can sit down in a place like this and work from the phone, work from the computer, continue to help families, continue to earn income. Our residual income is continuing to grow. Actually, our business has doubled, if almost tripled sometimes. In some months, we were at $20,000 to $30,000 a month this time last year, and now we're averaging $50,000 to $70,000 a month. And it's just growing and growing. And you know, that's true residual income, is income that you were able to build 12 years ago. And I can feel like I can contribute to the things that matter to our family and stay mentally whole, and to stay feeling like I am accomplishing and doing some things and helping some other people to thrive and grow too in their own families. So life-changing for sure.